Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. I'm back here, Brent Rasmussen, sponsored by Mortgage Specialist today. So hope you're enjoying the wonderful day. It's officially summer and the weather has been great. So this week we're going to talk about 3 must-know home buying tips. And why are we chatting about this? Because this is generally the season, which is summer when everyone is out of school, that many people like to move. They move for school districts, they move because the weather's nice, it's easier, they have time to maybe do it if they have a little bit more forgiving schedules with vacation time and things of that nature. So we're going to talk about 3 must-know home buying tips. And number 1, we feel, is getting pre-approved first. And why do we think this is so important? Because we see what happens when individuals don't get pre-approved first. And what that means is that they wait until a home comes up for sale, and then they decide whether they like the home or not, then go get pre-approved. With the way the market has been over the last 10 years, not just even the last 2 or 3 years, you don't have enough time to make that decision because many homes get listed for sale on the weekends, meaning on Friday afternoon or on Thursday night. A home comes up for sale, and you might not be available to get a hold of someone on a Friday night or a Saturday or a Sunday. Well, I can tell you I spend much of my time working those evenings and weekends. Many times there's always something that needs to be done that you can't get a hold of someone on the weekend to get the information that's needed to finish the pre-approval. So a pre-approval is first, and really that's not very difficult to do. It's really completing an application about yourself, providing paperwork to validate that. And so many people get nervous and worked up that if I do the application incorrectly, I'm going to get denied for a loan. And that's not the case. Mortgage loan officers and mortgage loan originators are our title. It's our job to review your information, to go through that with you, to make sure everything is completed correctly, so that way we can make adjustments to whatever is needed to get you what you want. We see a lot of people complete an application not 100% correct, and that's okay. Meaning they might put in their net income versus their gross income, or they might not go 2 years back on their job time, or they might have made a typo with their date of birth or social security number incorrect. And these things we do have to check. So number 1 is get pre-approved first before you even start looking, because that's going to give you an idea of what you can afford, what price range, what payment, and how much money you need in the transaction. I think the second tip is probably the most important, which is assemble a team that you can trust. And while it's hard to find a team maybe that works well together, but my point to this is assembling a team, meaning getting professionals that do know how to work together and can work together in your interest well. Meaning the realtor and the lender are the 2 important pieces in order for you to obtain a home. And if those 2 individuals don't work together well, or if they haven't worked together, haven't had a conversation before, or don't have their processes set up, it might be very tasking and very stressful for you. But what I can tell you is when those individuals are experienced, have a good reputation in the community, know what they're doing, those 2 professionals working hand in hand can make the home buying process so much more simple, stress-free, and easy on you. And again, those 2 professionals don't cost any additional money. An MLO or a realtor, doesn't matter if you use Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Anderson, Mrs. Anderson. Generally, if we look at apples to apples, all different lenders and realtors are going to get compensated the same. So why wouldn't you use someone that has the knowledge and expertise to make the transaction go as smooth as possible? Meaning, are they going to take those calls in the evenings, answer your questions day or night, or know what the answer to those questions are, but also have a proactive process to follow up with you to make sure you're educated to make the best decision for yourself? So number 3 is of the most best known home buying tips, must know, is deciding on your price range. I see that being a little bit of a struggle lately, in that people might come to us getting pre-approved with a certain price range, but then they go out and decide that doesn't work for them. And I understand a home and home values have gone up significantly, but sometimes we find that people will have to jump significantly in their home price, aren't really looking at the payment at that time because they're really more emotionally wanting what they can afford. Where at the beginning of the process, if they're getting that pre-approval done, they do have a very good understanding of how much money they would need, what their payment is going to look like, which translates then into what kind of a home that price range is and where that home is located. That's super, super important because many times people contact us and don't know what price range of a home that they're looking for. That's fine. We like to sit down with individuals and make sure they're meeting their financial goals to get the actual payment of what they need and want it to be. So hopefully when you're looking for your first home, your second home, or your retirement home, you think of these 3 tips, which is getting pre-approved first. If you get to pay cash for a home, skip that. But obviously having a pre-approval ready to go to know what to expect for numbers. That's the biggest thing. Number 2, obviously, is getting together a team of trusted professionals that have great reputation in the community, that know their profession, know their job, and are on the same page working together for your goals. And number 3 is deciding on your price range, deciding on what payment that you really want for you and your family to be able to accomplish all of your financial goals, not just home ownership. Whether that be retirement, whether that be college for your kids, whether that be whatever you feel financially affordable and you want for your family. Again, we highly believe in education here at Mortgage Specialists. We're always here to help educate, answer questions day, nights, weekends, or evenings. So if you need a mortgage professional, call Mortgage Specialists at 402-991-5153. Or you can get on our website at mtg-specialist.com to read about any bits of information about mortgages, lending, and or real estate. We're here to help. Again, I'm Brent Rasmussen with Mortgage Specialists. We'll see you all next week. Thanks. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.